Oil Wrestling on YouTube. Anybody in the
All
crowd?
right, we're live. Welcome.
Welcome to the Ordinals show.
I'm the real Ordinals founder.
This guy.
Hi guys.
Yes.
We got Troy over here recounting his championship Turkish wrestling days.
The point is, Turkish Grease Wrestling was the inspiration for Bitcoin puppets. It's a fact, and all of it is really gay.
I think Rock Toshi and Casey should Turkish wrestle it out, to be honest.
Oh, shit. That'd
Winner
be
takes all.
Oh, winner takes all of what?
Winner. Like if you win, you keep node monks. If you don't, you gotta give it up. I don't know.
a good old-fashioned homegung.
Yeah.
Winner takes oil.
Pink slips.
Some pink slips.
Winner takes oil right up the. Welcome to the Ordinals
the
are dead.
Turkish wrestling.
I'm Troy. This is Chad. That's my
What's
son Boo,
good?
and that's his friend and adopted son for me, Elmo. Elmo is now living in the doghouse. We got rid of the dog. But listen, man, let's get right to it. We want to talk about the beef or what? What's going on?
Man, I was in a meeting, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. So I'm excited to kind of learn right now.
Chad had lunch with
We got bear market. Welcome to drama alert. We got bear market drama to spice things up.
The real founders of Ordinals.
So we got to find out who the real founders of Ordinals are.
Yeah.
Apparently it might be Rock. Apparently it might be Casey.
So here's the question.
One of them might have coded it. I'm not sure.
One of them might have. Fucking troll. So usually when somebody tweets, they're looking for some kind of attention in some way, good or bad. They're just like, hey, look at me. Here's a selfie. Here's what I did. Hey, I'm feeling sad. You know, my mom's dying. Whatever the case is. But like, so what? Why did Rock decide to tweet this now? And what's his point of view? And then
I think that's one of the best really questions out of this is what, why now, right? I think is really the question that or a lot of people are asking, right? I guess when drop or what's next, right? I don't know. Maybe just why now, right? Instead of 6 months ago.
So basically, most people know it by now. For the 3 people that are watching, is that Rock Toshi came out and just wanted to give his POV of his part in the Ordinals creation and the team and when he left and what he did and didn't do and what he said and didn't say to kind of like sort of fabricate sales and stuff like that, and kind of stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, Raph kind of came in with like a Richard Green quote from a famous book called The Art of Seduction. And then all of a sudden, Casey came out today.
Why is everyone coming out?
Yeah, everybody's coming out. I told you, it's all starts with Turkish Grease Wrestling.
So at the end of
the puppets virus is spreading.
At the end of Rock Toshi's message, he had a little, he's like Quoco Mondo, which means by any means necessary. So I guess
I don't know. So there's a lot to unpack. Then Isabel jumps in, and then
out of the
seems like a dividing line. And Casey came out with a very circumspect, like he usually does, very nuanced, but also on point kind of. Reader's Digest version of what's going on.
He has a way with words.
Yeah. So like, what's going on, man?
You know what's going on?
Yeah.
Every time the market's down, people just start bitching and start airing out grief on the timeline. That's what's going on.
Yeah, bro. I can't wait for no one to care about this in 3 days.
Absolutely, dude. Nobody gives a fuck about this. Like, and I mean, it's kind of cool and it's filling our time, and like we're like, oh, no shiny thing, drama. But like after a while, nobody will really care. It'll just
they probably won't. And there's a bigger this isn't really a war, man. There's real wars going on inside. People are fucking dying, and we're just living here, with this beautiful dog in Venice right now with a cush life and shit like that. But there's real fucking wars going on, and we have the 100 people in Ordinals are fighting right now.
The 100 people. The last 10 people are beefing right now so hard. I mean, I feel like the most disappointing thing out of all of this is that Rock Toshi's tweet got 1.5K likes, over 300, 400K impressions, and there were only like 5 Node Monkey sales. And like 2 of them were offers.
There's only 5 Node Monkey sales?
Yeah, in terms. There might have been more after like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows all attention is good attention in the space.
Well, I think
kind of bearish.
You're now going to have like really, it's honestly probably more like Democrats and Republicans now. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like you have people that are going to be seriously in favor of like Casey and Ordinally and that sort of team. And then you're going to have probably a lot of the holders of many of the Rock Toshi projects that are like, maybe the Republicans or like I'm not trying to make any sort of
the world where your money and your bags control your morals. It's so fine.
Dude, that's a great both of you. That's a great point because like we're living in a world right now, especially it's kind of like reflecting what's going on in the world. It's like you could be a scammer, let's say, and still you have a crew of people, of sycophants that follow you, and they're like, what is the, and then you have, you're a good person that is kind of having a struggling project and building stuff, and you still have people behind you, but you can also be called a scammer. Like if you're doing good things. I mean, it's like there's some people in this space that no matter what you do, if you're tweeting about it and it has to do with even a free mint, that it's a grift. It's a grift in some way, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Troy, did you get called a grifter for Retordinals?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
It's a free mint. You can't call that. And what I say to that is your fucking girlfriend or your boyfriend's a grift. If you spent money and put on your fucking heels and put on your makeup, faking what you really look like, presenting your best self on that first date, you have grifted somebody.
What's good, Rocky?
What's up, Rocky?
God.
Anyway,
welcome.
so I got an answer for everything, but
Fuck, am I grifting right now?
yeah. What's up, Rocky?
What's up, proper?
What's your answer then here? Like, what are your real thoughts here? What are your raw thoughts here?
Rock has always been.
Who's the founder?
The founder? I would say. I'd say it's a group of people that got together and they iterated on something and some people fell off and the core got smaller and smaller and they coded something and I would think that Casey Roederer is like the true pinnacle or the apex founder, and I'd say Raph was right next to him because they work together. Listen, people fall out. People tend to not become friends. I have heard bad stories about Rock Toshi. He's never done anything bad to me. Doesn't mean that he's an okay person because he's never done anything bad to me. But I don't have that relationship with him where I have been wronged by him or fucking treated terribly or maniacally or psychotic by him. Now, me, personally, I like to keep people like that close enough. We're online. He doesn't live here, you know what I mean? Just to see what's going on. Like, you never know, like all of this is a psyop anyway. But
it's all a psyop.
Yeah, if I were a betting man, I would say, I hear Casey on the timeline more and I see his face more and I see him at meetups more.
I mean, there's one sole truth of all of this, and it's go fucking check GitHub. It's like, bro, it's open source code. You can see who wrote it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Code is law, and code is the ultimate truth of the universe and everything that runs our tech. The only reason Bitcoin works the way it does is because the code of Bitcoin is law. The math is law. It's unchangeable.
I like that answer.
It's simple. Yeah. Also, there was an interesting perspective I saw where it's like you talk about the whole debate and we have the two factions of no monkeys, all the support there, and then Casey and all the support there. And it's like you have Casey who coded it and basically raised no money at all from the protocol besides donations, all of that. And then you have Rock who raised a lot of money off no monkeys and such. So it's that was a tweet I saw under one of the posts, and it was kind of an insightful perspective of does it matter? I don't know. What do you think,
guess I don't know that I think the whole coding thing and who coded this, I think it's sort of getting away maybe from maybe what some of the claims are. I don't think that there was ever a claim that Rock Toshi was a coder as a part of, a programmer as a part of.
That wasn't said, but I'm just saying.
Right, no, but I think, and you can still have, co-founders of this thing that are not programmers or that somehow bring value. I still think that there's a lot of context that's missed, right?
There's definitely.
With Isabel, right? Who was also a part of the early days of Ordinals, and she had obviously some different tweets about this stuff. So I don't know. I think that I still think that somehow Rock Toshi had played a pivotal role in the early days of Ordinals. I don't know how. I don't know if that context will ever come out, but
can I ask a question? Why does any of this matter?
It doesn't.
I think it matters because of legacy, and legacy I think can sometimes also lead to egos.
Okay.
But I think that if trying to put myself in either sort of Casey's shoes or in Rock's shoes, Rock, if he was really a part of or believes to be himself to be a part of the founding team, I think that would probably want to be noted at some point. If Ordinals continues to have success and it becomes one of the most well-known JPEG text, inscription or just data sort of storage things on the internet, I think that you might want to be named as a co-founder as a part of that. And you're sort of, I don't know. I think that that's maybe what this is, as well as some ulterior motives with.
Yeah, I mean, if I
next project.
if I was on the team and I only like say came up with the name Ordinals, but I was a jerk to the whole team, and they used Ordinals, I want credit for that. I want credit for that. I don't need money from it, but I'm like, hey, I said that.
Founding namer of Ordinals.
I was the founding namer of Ordinals.
Yeah,
basically,
totally.
Retordinals. I'm sorry, Retordinals are always alive and well.
Yeah.
But yeah, shameless shill. So, but yeah, like to Elmo's point, what does this all matter? It matters just like right today. Like get over this hump. There's more important things to get to, and I think that people chirping up like Leonidas came in today with a very lengthy cuck-related tweet. And Leonidas has been, in the past he has been called a scammer, but from like one thing that he did where he owned 30% of a supply of something and he sold some of it. But like, I mean, listen, are you not allowed to sell some of your own stock and you're called a scammer? Like
I made money off crypto school, so I never hated Leo.
Yeah, like
if I didn't make money,
you really can't. You can't get away with anything here. Without calling. Being called a scammer or a grifter, but like I'd say Leo has stayed true to like, his Twitter by like lately it's been about dogs. Hey,
hold on. All right, let's see.
Like on the same one?
Yeah, it gives us a little leeway. Huh?
Yeah, we're still
Sorry,
running
we're
on
just having technical difficulties. Bear with us.
Yeah, it's pretty hot in here too. So.
Yeah. Ordinals are dead or going analog. We're gonna start shooting these as pictures.
Ordinals are so dead that we're sweating our balls off out here because we're actually in hell. That's how dead they are.
Dude, it's so hot in the valley. It's like it's 115 degrees over there.
We're trying to see here.
We have to retweet it and shit.
I think we're Gucci.
It paused.
Oh yeah.
It's pausing after. Yeah. I don't
Are we
know.
live?
Okay.
Can you see my nipples for this?
Yeah, it's a
Spicy one.
spicy
We're
one
good. Go ahead,
today, baby.
What's up, CB Spears? Say spicy one if we can be heard, please. Somebody say
live.
spicy one. Somebody say Troy is 150 years
If you
old.
say spicy one, you get a free retordinal.
Free retordinal to Charlie.
Spicy
Spears.
one, spicy one, spicy one, spicy one.
Somebody, Charlie won't take it, but he's gonna be sad.
You get a Genesis Boo. You get
Oh.
Genesis Boo. You get a tan piece work from and then you get a quadrillion or a whatever.
There we go.
Are we back yet? Troy's a young man.
We're back.
I think we're good.
Back. Yeah, we're
Thanks,
totally
Charlie.
Good. There we go.
Thanks, Charlie. You wonderful DJ. I can't wait to see where you're playing next. So yeah, dude. No, but you take it.
All right. Fuck the drama. It
What
doesn't
just
matter. I'm
happened there?
already bored. It was fun for like the first 2 tweets, and everyone's over it. Let's talk about the wins we got on the ecosystem because we all like making money, and there was like 2 flips or 3 flips that have made some money.
Dude,
for the first
we
time
missed some of those, though.
in so long. I'm like I kind of missed
Spicy
it.
melange and the taproot. What's the other?
So taproot. So there's taproot, which
like a
is
50x.
yeah, that shit's kind of crazy, bro.
Wait,
So-
wait.
Full
it didn't mint
moon.
yet, did it?
It's a
Yeah.
full
No,
moon.
no. So the
No.
Ordinal collection of Taproot Witches did not mint yet, but
No.
they dropped 2 runes where I believe if you hold a certain amount, you get a free mint or you get a mint.
Okay.
But that mint super hype is basically a Taproot Wizard derivative, but it's drawn by the artist who made the Cat VM white paper,
Yeah.
which is like really fun art.
Teresa.
Like that's getting hyped up.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, we got the spots for we got spots for the retordinals, but I'm trying to get them for the Ordinals and anybody else who wants it, right? I mean, listen, we all deserve it. No, we don't deserve it.
Hopefully you
so,
do.
but yeah, it's really a bullish mint. Can't wait for that.
Why is it bullish?
I don't know. People, it just sort of takes on a life
Rocky
of its
says you
own.
need 25,000 full moon needed for a whitelist.
y-
That's kind of crazy that it's only for a whitelist and it's not even like for the mint. Like you still got a mint with the rune.
Yeah.
But like these are always kind of trippy because it kind of gets priced in. Where do you sell the rune? Do you hold to the mint? Usually the answer is you do not hold until the whitelist. You sell the runes as they're up. And then the ordinal itself doesn't like price out the same as the rune itself did. Yeah. So just like advice.
I think
Be
it's
aware.
I think it's like a step ladder to bullishness. One being that
ladder,
Udi will never release the Taproot Wizards.
Very true.
And
Really?
this is kind of like a supplanting of that thing. So I think I want to mint it just as a step ladder to hold and think that Udi is actually behind this.
I disagree. I think
oh,
Udi's
shit.
going to launch the Taproot Wizards at some point.
No. He told me today. He's like, dude, you're
Okay.
not getting it. You're not a wizard. You are a Turkish.
Well, we knew
Grease-
that already, but
you are a Turkish Grease
we'll leave you
wrestling
out of it.
piece
No, that's kind of
shit.
bearish if he drops. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's bullish for Quantum Cats, though.
What happens? Like, what is the most bullish thing after Besides mass adoption, that's the most bullish thing. But like, what's the most bullish thing after Taproot Wizards if it drops? Like, what are we else be waiting for?
Do you know what the Taproot Wizards are building? No.
No.
I was asking you.
No.
Is there an answer? Is there an answer to that?
I don't know.
Is this a trick question?
I mean, they're building Cat VM.
Yeah. Well, that I could answer that.
Oh, well, that's what,
Why didn't you?
Because I was thinking about all the other art and the little.
So like, I think that's bullish, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, since we're talking about.
I think quantum cats are free multiple Bitcoin floor. My opinion.
3 Bitcoin?
No, like multiple, like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
2 or 3.
You think when?
I don't know, bro. Whenever we're not broke no more.
Right now it's a buy.
Speculation over Cat VM
Yeah.
as well as speculation over the Taproot Wizards.
Right now it's a buy. It's the lowest it's ever been.
Really? What's it
Yeah.
at?
5.
I think it's like 0.24 last night.
Dude, that's like what it dropped at. It's kind of crazy. Like that's the bottom.
Yeah,
It's still a flip. It's still like over 2x.
Yeah. It's crazy. A lot of people are hurting for money, and this is the time to shop, but a lot of people can't shop.
Gotta shop until you drop.
Well, the right ones can shop. The right ones can.
I
mean, the people that have been smart. And
You're calling us dumb.
Saving their sats.
We are dumb.
We are dumb.
100%.
Yeah,
we are
well,
dumb as fuck.
We are fucking dumb. That's
I'm
why
down
you
so
should
bad on runes.
not
Like
financial
I'm
advice,
numb.
Never
I mean,
listen
it's
to
not.
us, we're
Yeah.
dummies.
All right, let's bring it in.
Let's not even talk about it.
Let's bring it in. What's going on? So
no, what's going on with other ecosystem stuff? Bells, man.
Wait, are you so down bad? We're talking about other ecosystems.
No. But
Well, I mean,
did
but
you
this
want to
is
talk
kind
about?
of
No, I'm fine.
Do
Bells
you want
is
to talk
fine.
about Anemos for a second? I mean, you cooked on that.
Anemos?
Remember Anemos? Didn't you want to?
Oh,
talk about
I got
that?
like whitelist for booze because they sent me an honorary and I was looking at it. I was like, can I spots?
Those kind of cooked a little bit.
I think they're interesting. There was like, so Anemos were a 1,000 stock collection. They were all 1/1s. Allegedly AI art may or may not be, but that didn't matter anyways because it ended up being like a 4 or 5x from a 0.001 mint. So it was a nice like couple $100 if you minted one and sold it. It's just nice to have a little win.
Yeah.
A little teeny win in the space. That's basically it. Yeah, we have no more cooks. We're dead.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, but I'm sorry. To Bells. Then.
Yeah. So
You're a big Bells
So
guy.
guys, yeah. So like I've been a Bells coin guy. I mean, it was kind of like I didn't shout it out from the mountains, but like last year when Ordinals came out, Bells coin, it was a coin developed by the Doge founder, and 8 days before the meme went out, but 8 days before Doge went out. So it's like the oldest like meme coin in the world.
And it's a fork of Litecoin.
It's a direct fork of Bitcoin. Layer 1. It's got the same coding language, but some modifications. It's got merge mining. Opcat uses Opcat as well, and it's got already a bullish ecosystem. You may not know. It's okay. I'm not the founder, but I do own a couple of projects on there. Meaning I don't own them. I own like certain like assets from a thing, and I own the coin as well. But I just started noticing a few months ago that the coin has been like moonshotting. It's still only at a $35 million market cap.
Why did it moonshot, I guess?
I don't know. I just started noticing it. And then I know this founder who's doing this derivative of puppets that's coming out, I think, tomorrow. And they're not trying to make money off this, and I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just helping them because I have a huge collab team, and I believe in the founder. You guys know this founder, but I'm not going to say who it is because it's not important for right now. But you do know that if I said their name, you know that they have built stuff.
Okay, we know them.
And they're building a marketplace that's coming out right after that.
On Bells?
For Bell's Marketplace.
Oh, wow.
And tomorrow's mint is going to be like the first Bell's project that you can actually mint with Bitcoin. And they're also going to, for the next projects that come out on their marketplace, they're going to, have different coins that you can mint with, like Doge being one of them. Listen. It's going to be a direct competitor to Fractal. I think Fractal is, it's like another pre-rune.
I think Bells is way more bullish than Fractal.
Yeah, I do too.
Like if I had to pick one to trade on, I would trade on Bells.
Yeah,
Spicy take,
I
huh?
think there's going to be with the 50% pre-mine that Unisat has, and we already covered Fractal and stuff like that. I don't want to hate on Fractal, but it's just going to be very.
Oh, I love hating on Fractal. I think it's dog
let's
shit.
hate on Fractal. It's going to be
It's
pretty,
so dog shit.
It's dog shit now. So it's going to be.
Hi, Shalom. He said hi, Gramps.
What's up, Gramps? Yeah, everybody make fun of your grandpa. It's fine. It's okay. I'm gonna outlive you. So it's gonna be interesting, like what kind of extraction happens from the Fractal projects that are coming out. It goes live to mainnet. Fractal does soon, And I think this Bells project wants to kind of beat that news beforehand. But I think the marketplace is going to be pretty sick. I love the UI. The UI is crazy. I've been testing it. And the team is pretty excited.
Man, I fumbled Bells. I'm very, I remember when Bells came out, and it was like, oh, you could set up a miner, and it was like actually really, really easy to mine a fuck ton of Bells if you were just like on it. But I faded it because I was like, oh, there's no way people are going to like keep the chain alive, whatever. No, they kept it alive. Now they're building on it. Now there's more nodes. And it's kind of like they literally brought it back from that. It was dead. They started running nodes again off like one tweet, and it started running up again. And now, like, I'm hearing it again. It's still running up. I was like, fuck, that was a Gen Well fumble.
Can we talk about what, like, I mean, you said Fractal's dog shit compared to Bells. Can we do, like, a compare and contrast of, like, what your maybe top 3 reasons for that point might be?
Oh, I just like hating on Fractal. I think with Bells, I would say in terms of, like, tokenomics with Bells, like, it follows a UTXO model, which is why we could have Bells Ordinals. So, like, it's basically the same there. I don't know if Bells, like, I'm not too sure on how it works, but I'm pretty sure Bells is also fast in terms of, like, how they transact, especially because the mining difficulty wasn't difficult. So blocks are going through pretty quick. That might have changed. It sounds cooler. And there's also not a 50% pre-mine where like 15% of it goes to advisors. Okay. So I don't know the token supply. I'm just guessimating, but
fair. So do they have any major backing? Because I know that like as for
does Bells?
Also, I like Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is cool.
I'm sure the Doge founder is backing that. He's got a huge bag and stuff like that. I don't know specifically, but I will say this. Here's the real alpha, in my opinion. And I'm getting this from one of the founders of the marketplace and stuff like that. So this is the real alpha, in my opinion. The fourth epoch in terms of Bells is the halving for Bells ecosystem. So the fourth epoch, aka halving, is happening this November, and token emissions will be reduced by 90%. Effectively, it's doing Bitcoin's whole life cycle in 1 year. TLDR, fast blocks, cheap transactions.
This is Bells?
Bells. Opcat, merge mining, Bitcoin native, still low market cap. Of course, I said that earlier, 35 million market cap compared to Doge, which is 14 billion.
Is that 35 mil right now?
35 mil,
that's not bad.
Less friction and less politics than Doge. And the meme is, it's the first meme. It's the first meme. And the other thing is that there's a slew of projects out there with like Discords that are going crazy, and they're just like,
fuck, I fumbled
all I know is this: it's not fucking Cardano. You know, sorry to Cardano hater or lovers out there, but what else? Historical significance, true decentralization, community engagement is there. Incredibly impressive devs. I guess you'd have to go look and see to make your own assessment. Fair launch and healthy tokenomics. Cultural native appeal, but now I'm just reading. Yeah, Fractal is going to be a pre-mine runes all over again in a major China.
Look, Charlie just said in chat that Fractal accumulates around 2 terabytes of chain state per year. Try running a Fractal node and you're kind of cooked. Yeah, I think, the biggest reason why I dislike Fractal is because I was truly excited at the start because they were marketing it. And what I initially heard is that Fractal is going to be an extension of Bitcoin. It's going to open up more highways. And then I actually looked into it and it was like clear as day, like, oh, it's a shit layer 2. Like, that's it. That's all it is. And like, I hate the people like don't understand or at least are misled at that point because that's bullshit.
But we know that to Fractal, it doesn't need to necessarily be sound technically. It just needs to have some sort of narrative.
It just needs to have the whale cabal manipulating the market, and it just needs to send things higher so we could trick degenerate gamblers into coming into the chain and running it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest with you. It needs volume, right? Like most of the traders that are successful within this space almost entirely trade on volume.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it's like if we can see more volume, like hyper liquidity, or like the ability for people to like enter and exit positions at like a faster pace than you would see at like an hour-long block time, or 10-minute block time on Bitcoin. It's
I have to say something about that. Like right now, like this is the time to build. I mean, yesterday I inscribed something at a 1.3 megabyte and it was $20, like full on PNG. Like that's pretty cheap.
On what?
On Ordinals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm saying artists are reaching out. I'm sure they're reaching out to you. They're still building. Builders are building. Charlie's still here, right? Charlie ain't leaving. Just because he's DJing doesn't mean he's building. That's just another career he has, right? I'm not even trolling Charlie. I'm watching you, bro. So I just think,
I don't let. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, go ahead.
No, continue.
So I just think we got to keep giving it a second, man. This isn't it's. I want to make money. I want there to be volume, and I just think that we're affording our time to really strap in and ideate on ideas for whether it's a further collection or building out if it's an IP collection that you have, like making those backdoor connections right now, man. It's like a lot of people have been here before. A lot of newbies on the line are going to fucking troll and they want things happening now. And of course, it's a 95, 98%, I want to make money market. And I get that. But like there are artists right now that don't have a name that really just want to like, this is what I'm going to make. This is what I'm inscribing. And I'm not lowering my price, because this is what it takes for me to fucking do this. Like that kind of attitude are the kind of people that we need here. And that doesn't equate to volume right now, but I think just like bells popping up, it's one of those things. Like it's just gonna pop up, Anyway, I don't know.
I think that's a good point, but I also think it's something to keep in mind. Chad mentioned it earlier, and I see CB Spears up there in the chat talking about it as well. We don't necessarily need like good tech to make to attract volume and interest. Like, I think most of these hype cycles are surrounding usually like what we would refer to as a good Ponzi, right? And, even though there is going to be a massive liquidity extraction or whatever that China could potentially be having with this whole fractal thing that they're trying to create, it's like, what's Bell's got going for it? Is there like a good incentivized system over there that could attract a bunch of people for mining and other things like that? Because like those are prequels to spending of that wealth on that chain, right? And those are things that I usually look for, as opposed to like
you know what, as I'm like I said, this little derivative project that's going to be landing is really just like they don't even care if it really mints out. They're like, because there's other projects. People are waiting. Like, I can't wait to get they can't wait to get their projects on this marketplace, because these people can actually trade rather than on just trading the coin on non-KYC.io. Is that, what was my point? Is that I want to have a conversation with them tonight after I get home to be like, yo, what else is happening? How is the attention for Bells and incentivizing other builders over there? Because you said that, what are you guys looking at?
Oh no, I'm just looking at chat.
Yeah. So
Vegan and Charlie are talking about industrial silk industry accidents.
Oh yeah. So I think that's a good question. I'm gonna go find out.
Well, I mean like I came from Tezos, right? And Tezos has one of the most efficient chains, like period. It's one of the most effective chains out there. It's got everything that you would need for quick transactions, you name it. But like the problem is like the entire Tezos Foundation, everybody that runs that chain tries to essentially steer clear of any sort of Ponzi stuff, and they just try to focus on the art. And ultimately, at the end of the day, when that happens, there isn't like there's some people that consistently stay around and they collect and whatnot, and they're in that space. But like the real money, the big people that are trying to, make it or break it or whatever, they're going to whatever chain that's got the best Ponzi on that. And then maybe some of that money spills back into the ecosystem after a while. But it's like, it's a risk-on environment. People are trying to make money. The economy's in the shitter. They want to get up out of their current situation, and that's only like something that's they see possible by getting involved in a good Ponzi and exiting at the right time.
Unless you have a very good point, especially for Tezos. Unless you have a well of money coming to you all the time, and you can just be a collector where you're just collecting art and art and art. If there's no traders coming in to kind of like make the market frothy underneath, where some people can go, well, I got like 10 Patrick Amadon pieces. They're the same piece. I want to let go of a couple because I got 10 just so I can do that, so I can keep 5 Patrick Amadon pieces or whatever artist you like, or a Tony piece or this piece or that piece. But you need that frothiness. So that's a good question. I don't.
It's just a question.
Ponzi's are needed. I mean,
I honestly think that like Bells is like gonna probably be similar to Fractal, right? There'll be some early success or like more success maybe right now because it's like a resurging narrative. But I honestly think that like in another couple months we won't be talking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
probably not. I don't know. I mean, in terms of a shitcoin, it's interesting. It's an interesting narrative in terms of like a layer one shitcoin being its own thing with the historical value there and everything that goes on there.
I think that historical value is interesting. As well.
I think there's room.
Fractal's just
hey, what's up, dude? I think there's room for everybody to grow, and like we can't stop that. And there's going to be in 10 years right now, you're going to be like, I would never have seen this coming. Like this chain, like we're over there now, and this show is going to be called Over There Show. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know if we're going to be doing a Bells or Dead show in the next few months or like that. I would love to keep it to Ordinals and stuff like that because I'm over here because of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
I'm not leaving layer one Bitcoin.
And Bells has respect to Bitcoin because that's informing why they built that sort of fork, even though it's still layer one. So I think all roads lead back to Bitcoin, but I think in the future that these ecosystems can be healthy all together. I just think that we're definitely a little sideways right now, and it's time to inscribe. It's time to collect what you can collect. Go DJ. For
How many
a little bit.
prototypes are there, bro? Wait, why is that one kind of thick though?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What's
don't know.
next, boys? Macro. Macaroni and cheese.
Dude, I mean, with if we want to talk macro, I think there's some important points to keep in mind, right? Like, while the market's kind of in the shitters right now and everybody's like, oh, is it moving sideways? Are we going to drop down another leg or whatever? We've got rate cuts basically like just around the corner.
How soon is that corner? Like what day specifically?
We're looking from September 15th to the 18th. I believe the meeting's supposed to be happening here. So we'll probably get an announcement, a confirmation of that. And they said at least 25 basis points, if not 50. And really what that is the current, office is trying to essentially ease economic tensions currently right now, like moving into the election. And that's a smart move on their behalf for sure, because it's going to make them look like they're more competent.
Speaking of election, what do you think about good intro there? But
yeah.
What do you think about the Kamala Harris taking some crypto for her? What do you think about that?
Super interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like we've seen over the last few weeks, we've seen her kind of like retrace her steps and positions on certain ideas, and a lot of them are kind of like mirroring what Donald Trump is essentially running on his platform. I guess if you can't beat him, join him, right? It's kind of like the mindset. So I'm like wondering, if this is happening and she's really trying to pull a lot of these moderate people over by, talking about, securing the border and, basically talking about no tax on tips, then with her accepting apparently donations through Coinbase, could we see her also retrace her position on crypto, knowing
So is that a confirmed thing that she's accepting donations on
It
Coinbase?
is confirmed, by I think the CFO of Coinbase.
Yeah, but nobody's been able to figure out where how to give those donations. Last I checked, that was yesterday. So I don't know if that's been.
So I don't know. I think we covered this kind of. I think maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe even longer than that. Just the whole election stuff. I don't trust her. I don't really trust, Trump in any regard as well when it comes to
I don't trust
the,
no politics. All
Yeah, to the
politicians are
politics
dog
stuff,
shit. I'm
like,
waiting for AI to take over
they're
every
just,
political.
You know what I mean?
God.
They're going to try and play as middle ground as possible probably on this crypto thing, even though Kamala has come out a little bit harder and there's rumors that she wants Gary Gensler as the Treasury Secretary or something like that. Which to us is pretty anti-crypto. But I don't know. Like the donation stuff is whatever, right? They just open up a donation link and Coinbase takes.
I don't know what's kind of worse. I saw a tweet about Elon or Trump would appoint Elon Musk as like the
efficiency officer.
Efficiency officer?
It's something. Wait. The acronym is like domestic something office of efficiency. But it's literally the acronym is Doge. Like this man planted it. He is such a fucking troll. He's a master troll.
Or it's a simulation.
No. You think Elon? Dude, Elon is a troll. He's a troll.
I know.
But
like, if he had a Doge division of the government, it's actually gonna be fucking insane.
He created his own
Chief
office,
Doge.
got Trump to kind of back him on this idea. Which, to be entirely honest with you, I feel like Elon's a pretty good shoe-in for anybody trying to make the government more efficient, but like to name the office.
That's fire. That's so fire.
Doge could replace the dollar before Bitcoin could.
I'm gonna look up the name of this thing real quick.
Wait, if it's actually Doge, that's
Doge
bad.
officer.
But I was gonna say, it's like, look, we gotta have a future where Kamala Harris is president and Gary Gensler is treasury, or we have a Doge government.
Wait, I forget. Did Donald Trump have a dog when he was president? There's like
no.
That's the whole thing.
You know,
I don't know.
Yeah,
but like
I don't know that he had a dog, but if he does, I'm
either.
wondering if it'll be a Shiba.
Oh,
Shiba Inu.
That'd be fire.
Wild.
That would be like that.
I love Shibas. They're
Pack
so
your bags,
cute.
boys. Pack your bags, boys.
But then would Doge or Sheeb take off?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Maybe there's two dogs.
Yeah.
Wanko mango.
You know?
Two Doges.
Welcome to the Doge is Dead show. No.
Wait, okay, so about the rate cuts.
What about Dog Go to the Moon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's up,
Would that take
Leo?
off or
Leo
no?
could be like press secretary.
Wait, there's a magiceden.us site now.
Ooh.
Ew.
No way.
That's so bad.
Wait, am I late?
That's
Yeah, I mean,
gross.
wait, what's going on there? We got to check that out. I mean, they did.
It means we're not getting. It means if you're a U.S. citizen, you're not getting your fucking airdrop.
I mean, what? OpenSea was in the press more recently. They're getting what, sued, or they got sent a Wells notice, right, by the
Because
SEC.
NFTs are securities.
I know that like Magic Eden, from what I heard, they have been taking the necessary steps or sort of precautions to move, I think, a lot of operations out of the U.S. and
Yeah.
started to do that a while ago. I think
That's
they're
smart.
headquartered in the U.K. now, I think, or something like that.
I don't know if that's
UK or
better.
Singapore.
Yeah, I don't know. if the
I know.
UK 's
I don't know. I heard that's where someone told me that. But they still, of course, offer services to U.S. residents. So they're still, I think.
Yeah, we're not getting that token airdrop.
Yeah, so we'll see. Right.
We're so
we're
cut.
gonna have to go through some sort of hoops.
Oh, by the way, it's
That token has been crazy though in terms of trading as well.
Has it been selling on
On
whale
Whales
market?
Market?
Yeah.
For how much?
I think 20 cents.
Per diamond?
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, I know.
I
Look
mean,
it
I
up.
think
Run
we
the
all up
numbers,
here
dude.
has hundreds of thousands of diamonds.
Don't dox my diamonds, bro.
Damn.
But I think obviously by the time it gets airdropped, like it'll probably be worth like a cent or
Damn.
something. Crazy, huh?
Okay.
We're good.
Hey, run my
2024 is gonna
diamond.
be good. Who
I
knows?
mean, go well. When we talking about blessed collection idea, what's the blessed collection idea?
Oh, Bless wants to do. He wants to drop an artist's name that you think that would want to. If I'm getting this right, if you want them to do a piece as a free mint, like a bunch of artists, to like kind of get the vibe up and stuff like that.
Like a group show. He wants somebody. He wants essentially somebody to come in and kind of like bankroll the inscription and do the whole nine. And I think it's an interesting idea for sure.
I think we should chat, Bless. I had a couple ideas about this. I saw
Bless,
your
I
tweet.
sent you a
I'll reach
text,
out.
man. I was trying to do this a year ago, but you don't answer my text. But I don't know. Just
He doesn't answer you?
He doesn't answer me.
All my girls miss blessed.
Thought I was his uncle, but I guess not.
What's up,
But-
Unk?
But yeah,
Anything else? I guess macro. So
I mean, you guys brought up the macro, and you said
macro-
rate cuts around the corner. So why did my Bitcoin crash?
macro. I tend to
Why are
think.
my bags down?
I
Why are
mean,
my
the world-
bags down?
The world is shit right now.
The world
I
is
mean,
pretty
I was
shit.
telling. Speaking of
They're
macro,
they're gonna try to essentially squeeze any fucking person out that they could potentially squeeze before the run. That's just how
Are
it
the
always
cuts
is,
already
man.
priced in though? Is that the
That
thing?
that could be the case.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking about price cuts for quite some time,
Yeah.
but then also I think at the same time we've been cucked for like month over month over month over month for fucking years now on this whole could rates be cutting here soon?
Yeah.
And so it's like nobody's really pricing anything in. I think currently right now because of the fact that like, are we gonna get teased again? So I don't
We're
know.
getting gooned. We're getting edged right now.
There is a possibility that it could be priced in. If it's priced
Yeah.
in, we're fucked. But
Yeah.
I highly doubt that. I mean, when it comes to rate cuts like this, especially if we're seeing like 50 basis points, it's like you'll see a considerable amount of recovery within the market, in my opinion. But I think usually following rate cuts, you do see like a little bit of a drop to the downside, and then shake before you bake, baby.
Wait, that's
So-
really interesting how shit the world and the market and the economy is right now. And I don't know if I should be concerned or if I think that AI tech, and I'm gonna bring it to this for a bit, but basically what's coming out in like a month or two we're gonna get a new massive leap in the capabilities of AI models and their level of intelligence. In terms of
GPT
AI
next.
models, GPT-5 next, Orion, other models that came out. There's actually a new model that came out today that was open source, made by people who weren't even backed by big companies, that show incredible performance by actually having the AI reflect upon its answer after it answered and it's able to correct itself, which makes it more right.
yeah, I've seen.
But
that
basically, in like a month or two, we're gonna have incredibly more intelligent AI models that are capable at reasoning at the level of someone with a doctorate degree. And in the shit economy and the world we have right now, I don't know if that tech would be extra harmful, because then at that point you could really start replacing jobs in mass with reliability with AI.
Yeah.
But that increases the company profit. So does that bring everything up? Does it like sideswipe things? It's like really interesting timing.
Yeah, it brings dude, the world's fucked. Talk about macro, super macro. Like, I mean, I was telling Elmo, my other son over there before the show, I was like, dude, have you noticed that like there aren't many stars? Like, I don't know how often you guys are on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. There aren't many stars. Like, you see them in TV shows right now, and there's shows coming out and there's movies coming out, but those things are shot 9 months ago, right? Okay. They're not posting right now. They're not live posting, and I'm just wondering, where the fuck are they?
What do you
what-
mean by that? I
I'm
guess?
just saying, like, they're not there.
They're
Talking
at,
about,
they're
I'm
at
talk-
Burning Man.
I'm talking about
They're at Burning Man.
some of
What
them.
if that's your algo, not the world?
No, I
That's
just think
true.
well, it could be.
Yeah.
I have many different accounts,
That's
so
interesting.
yeah. But I'm just wondering, where are they, and where are their bunkers?
Well, who do you usually look to for like signal on this specific thing?
On what thing?
Like what celebrity's going missing?
Where's
is
your
then-
bunker, Troy?
Well, when I see Alec, where's my exactly? That is not.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
No, I've got to bring you with me. We're gonna be safe. No, but I look to like, I mean, dude, Alec Baldwin. He just he shot somebody last year on set.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Dude,
crazy.
he's fucking unleashing stuff. He's unleashing stuff right now about Hollywood, and that's unheard of, dude. The guy is
Really?
deep Hollywood stuff. Oh yeah,
Sheesh.
and his brother
I gotta
too.
watch that.
Oh, it's crazy stuff. And but
whole
like
family, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, which of it could be AI and which of it is not. I mean, we're moving fast, and where are these people? Are they afraid of getting diddied? You know what I mean? Like Diddy's about to.
Oh my God.
Dude, Diddy's about to unleash a bunch of shit. This has nothing to do with Bitcoin, but while we're trying to do important stuff, you got the world like in shambles over here.
About to die.
Which is like, what does it matter what kind of art we do for right now? Kind of stuff.
Diddy, no, please.
Diddy, no.
Diddy.
No,
Oh my
Diddy.
God.
I'm tired of
No,
this
Diddy.
Diddy. My asshole hurts. Oh.
Welcome to the Ordinals.
Whoa.
Chad. We'll do a reset here.
Sphincters.
We're here with Chad,
Jeez.
Elmo, and Boo. So what else we got? You want to talk about some mempool related products?
I was really
Yeah.
interested in the BitX thing you brought up and ZK's Substack on
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
if you guys love gambling, there's a great gamble there. Better
what's-
odds
what's
than
the
winning the
update?
Powerball.
Yeah, what's the update? What are we doing here?
So I think if Charlie's still here too, it would be cool if he's still here because we talked about this. I guess just like mempool related products this past week. I won't like spill the private stuff, but yeah, with what ZK is talking about in his Substack is more recently there's been the release of these thing called BitX miners, and there's like 3 different models. 2 of them are already out. One is I think still on the way with more capability or more terahash that it's supposed to mine. But in his Substack, ZK talks about how BitX could be the potential solution to this sort of brewing problem of miner centralization, right? With a company like Bitmain that does control, currently over a little over 50% of the hash rate.
Yeah.
And that if we were to put together, a million plus miners, home miners or solo miners, that maybe this is somewhat of a solution to just decentralizing Bitcoin more. And they're only about $150, $60 or so. I think that's the most expensive model. I think you can go as cheap as like 110. Simply plug it in, and it's a lottery miner. Although you can actually set it up as a cloud miner, or pool miner. I'm sorry, where you can join a pool, but the rewards on that won't be sort of
So
anything.
in terms of being a lottery miner,
Yeah.
I get okay. So the vision is that there are millions of these spread across the world, and basically you're buying this infinite lottery ticket where as long as Bitcoin is a thing, every single block you have a chance. You have way better odds than hitting the Powerball, but I think he said you have higher odds of being struck by lightning and getting hit by and getting eaten by a shark,
Yep.
which are really, really low odds. But if you have millions of them, is that also basically gambling on one of those millions hitting a block to decentralize mining more?
Well, I think there's more to come, right? So there isn't currently millions of people running a BitX, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the number is. Maybe it's probably under 10,000, right? Because I think this BitX, sort of PCB and the fan and like just the basic things have only come out in the past like 5 months.
Okay.
Question.
Right, so it's incredibly new.
So it's new. They're using new tech and new hardware.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
new hardware.
interesting.
Question. I almost
Yeah.
want to return it because it's like I bought it off. You sent me an Amazon link.
Yeah, so there is
I don't like that.
the website for BitX, right?
Like when
So-
you buy a ledger, you shouldn't get it from Amazon. You should get it from the site. But like, I'm just curious, like, why is
So
it?
no, just let me just
I will.
explain that.
Go
right?
ahead,
so,
bro.
So BitX, right? It provides you a link to this website called bitx.org, and then you can go to another part of that site, which is called BitX Legit Sellers, right?
Yeah.
It's people that they've verified as legit sellers of BitX machines.
Yeah.
And for USA, it gives us like 5 different options, right? And it takes you to these, like I think one of them is like Bitcoin merch. It takes you to another site called Solo Satoshi, I think .com.
Yes.
Solo Satoshi has a link to their Amazon, right, where you can purchase it. That's 10 times easier than checking out on Bitcoin Merch and those like 4 other sites. So that's ultimately what I looked at. I looked at all the sites. What's the easiest to sort of get? And, and that's it.
Got you. What's the energy like extraction from like say like your energy?
It's like
bill?
a normal charger.
Oh yeah.
Phone charger.
Oh, so it's like
that's not bad.
It's like plugging in the old what was it? The helium thing. You just plug that in.
Yeah, the helium miner.
Yeah, the helium miner. Yeah.
Fuck, I have one of those in my closet. I bought it by accident. I thought it would flip. I can't flip it.
Yeah.
You should you can't flip it.
So that's what BitX is.
Yeah.
Right. You have you have better odds than winning the Powerball. So like I don't know.
Yeah, Beacon thinks
$200 is what? How many tickets? Like that's probably 50
So
tickets.
am I gonna
or so?
like wake up like after running this thing for like a year, and let's say I hit the lottery, I'm gonna have like a full Bitcoin in there? Or
Yeah,
is it just a fraction of a Bitcoin. Like what
the
are we
last
talking about?
person that did hit a block, which was recent, I think only in the past like week or two, hit 3.74 Bitcoin.
Oh, geez.
That's a pretty nice lottery
That's
ticket,
pretty
bro.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, for
So-
doing nothing, we're doing nothing anyway. What?
Yeah, I mean, and it's also I think what's really interesting about it is, and what I'm planning on doing with mine is sort of turning it into like a little art piece. So like you just plug it into the wall, you put it on your counter, you put it on your bookcase, whatever it is, and it just looks cool, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
Maybe put a little lights on there, and like I don't know, that's your lottery ticket that like looks
That's like
cooler
a-
to your place.
That's
now.
honestly
That's
okay.
like
That's
a
pretty
blockchain,
dang.
a
That's
little
pretty
tiny
dang.
blockchain Christmas tree.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I'm coming over for Christmas.
spray paint it, have a little fun with it.
Yeah.
So we just buy this, plug this fucker in, we're good. Or what?
There's a few other things. You got to like connect to your Wi-Fi. You got to connect to
Okay.
the lottery. Make sure that your miner is sort of like in
the network.
and then you're good.
Cool.
Okay.
Here, buddy.
Wait, Bless said you got an OMB BitX? I want to see this OMB BitX. It's kind of fire.
Yeah,
So I'm excited for the video you're making. I'm
I hope they do
curious.
Hope
Yeah.
they do it.
Show us a
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Drop a picture, bro. Come on, man.
Oh, and then what was that thing? I don't think Charlie's here no more. What was that thing about being able to long or short the mempool?
Yeah, so I was talking with Charlie about this. Is I think maybe what this is like a bit of a side quest sort of narrative here. Maybe similar to like rare stats level. Maybe it's even bigger than that. I don't know. But is the emergence of sort of like mempool related projects and products, right? And so one of the first I think we saw over these past months is of course Satflow or sites similar to Satflow, right? Goldmine and what Magisat has their mempool sniping tool. Then Satflow announced a $7.5 million raise from pretty crazy top tier investors. And then of course you also have Uncommon Goods, which is the Rune from Casey, which is tracking or has been really tracking the mempool. It could become uncoupled to that at some point. Maybe it becomes a meme coin and whatever. But so far it's been tracking the mempool. It's only a few cents more expensive than minting Uncommon Goods.
Yeah.
And then lastly, but not least, you have Alchemia, which launched recently, that allows you to go long or short on the mempool on a weekly basis.
And you get paid out for that?
Yeah.
Wait, that's fire.
Yeah.
Similar to sort of like futures contracts.
Wait, that's fire.
Are you still buying? Are you still buying those pennies on the Bitcoin Uncommon Goods?
Wait, that feels really free actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
No, are you still buying some of the Uncommon Goods?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
I've been buying a lot this last week because I think we at some point like we're close to the bottom of the mempool. Like we've been sitting at 3 to 5 sats of Ruvite for a long time. I think like at some point maybe the resting is more like 10 to 20.
We're like at the beginning of Ordinals.
Yeah.
This is like the first show.
Definitely.
This is like the first show we ever.
Sorry,
did.
Emma. You go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like with that Alchemia token, do you think this is the beginning of like, I don't know, like a poly market kind of situation on Bitcoin or what? Like, could it be used for more things than opening leverage positions on the mempool?
So the Alchemia doesn't have a token yet.
Okay.
It just allows you to place and it's actually, we probably will hate this, and I have asked them if they're going to integrate, Unisat or Xverse.
Yeah.
But it does settle on Ethereum for now.
Okay.
So you have to connect your MetaMask or Magic Eden wallet, which
Hey, let
sort
them
of
build. You don't hate it.
Anyways,
don't hate it
yeah.
yet.
No, they're and the only product they have is of course weekly closing on the mempool, right? So it's like, at the start of the week and the end of the week where you believe it's going to sort of land. I assume what they'll probably do next is open up daily, right? So like where things end and begin on a day-to-day basis. And then I'm sure you could also open this up to like other chains too, to like where's Solana, like where's sort of ETH and like not necessarily of course mempool or Sassuolo, but gas. Like where's that? I don't know. I just think this is something new, and I think that like that's what I look for in some of these different narratives. Is like, how new is this? Do people understand it? If they don't, great, because then that means they have no clue how to value it, and that's where you make some
That
money.
is where you make bread when people don't know how to value things.
Yeah. So like, should this be? Is this a future of finance? You know what I mean? No, but I think some people really will believe that.
I think it's fun though because it sounds super free. Like if you're an Ordinals, like you're gonna shit on every non-Ordinal person that's longing or shorting the mempool. Because all you gotta do is like be on X, see the news, see what's trending, and as soon as you know things are gonna start running, you just long the mempool, and it's freest trade ever.
Yep, 100%.
That's actually alpha. That's fine. I'm gonna do that.
It's interesting
when it
though
runs out.
because like this wasn't really a product that needed to be sort of out there years ago. Like it's only now that because of Ordinals and the invention of Ordinals that the mempool has spiked and is all over the place, right? These fucking Pepe JPEG motherfuckers, have really ruined the mempool for these Bitcoin maxis.
Yeah, he's fucking Pepe
So
JPEGs.
this wasn't really possible or needed in the past, and now it is. Like people want to speculate on this thing.
Yeah, I love my speculation gambling strats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do too. Oh,
So I don't know what you guys think, but like that's something that I've been looking at.
I think it's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Clearly, there's companies, building for that.
Yeah. We got to get Prototype on the show. He's talking a lot.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
All of the prototypes.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, well, I got to see every
he's
single prototype clone on this show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
What other topics do we have?
That's it, bro.
Are you guys
What's
buying?
hot?
Jerry's not up there to end the show, so that's the thing.
Oh, yeah?
We're sort of in purgatory.
Oh yes.
Oh, he is?
I got it.
All right. Well, that's it for this fucking week of Ordinals Are Dead. We'll see you next week. You are.
Chad.
You are.
Bertrosher.
Elmo.
All
Make
right.
sure you guys
Elmo
tune
saw this.
in to IRL Alpha tonight. At
Banger
7
show
p.m.
tonight.
PST, right?
In like an
7?
hour and 9 minutes.
Yep.
Or no, an hour and 39 minutes.
Yeah.
Right here in the same seats.
And if you're in the area, come on by.
Yep.
Come
Yeah,
on
yeah.
by. Check out the show.
Yeah. We got the best
That's it.
Molly in town. No, I'm kidding. All right, guys.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just kidding. You guys
It's
take care. Have a good one.
IRalpha.com for all